So let's start with the budget. I've heard this past week referred to as Budget Week.
Yes, budget week.
What were some of the things that surprised you in this year's proposed budget?
Well, it's the largest budget in state history. So we broke the records, which unfortunately is not the right direction in our opinion. We would like to see decreased spending. South Carolina has had a spending problem for a long time. We're not really governed conservatively when it comes to fiscal issues. In fact, by a lot of, Club for Growth, CPAC, a bunch of different ratings groups rank us as one of the bluest red states, and specifically related to our fiscal spending. So we have a long history that I'm sure you're interested in as a history person. We were a beneficiary state for so long, especially, in the 60s as Great Society was pushed. South Carolina was taking more tax money than they were spending. So our legislators got used to the idea of taking the federal government money and got into a lot of bad habits. Hey, we want more. We want to spend it on projects that we want. And that filtered down, especially at the state level. Well, that was great when you're a beneficiary state. It wasn't great for people like Indiana and Michigan that were, their tax money was going to the states that were beneficiary states. But specifically, like Greenville County is now no longer a beneficiary county as it's grown and expanded and industry and businesses have moved in. We're now a donor county. So our tax money is going to other parts of the state. And suddenly people that live in those areas, they don't really like that because they're like, why is my tax money being used here? Which is a core problem with redistribution of wealth. It's not fair. And so as conservatives, we're trying to really upend really bad habits that South Carolina has had for a really long time and actually bring in fiscal conservatism and start cutting non-core government functions and start focusing on our tax money being just used on the things that we are supposed to under the Constitution be providing. So roads, schools, that's what we should be doing. And if we're using it on other things, we need to figure out how to wean ourselves off that or just cut them completely. In this budget, we had crazy proposals and examples. We threw money at everything, both recurring and non-recurring. So that means recurring means we're going to say from now on, we're going to add $100,000 to obesity prevention staff. So every year we're going to spend $100,000 going forward on this. Another example was that $2.5 million for certain conservation efforts. Like going forward, we're just always going to spend